On the one side, we have taking a pro-government position, General G.D. Bakshi, RSN Singh, formerly with the RAW, and Sambit Patra of the BJP. On the other side, tonight, we have John Dayal. He's Secretary General of the All India Christian Council. We have Kavita Krishnan of All India Progressive Women's Association. Satinath Sarangi is a well-known activist. My first question is to Vinuta Gopal, who's head of climate and energy campaign at Greenpeace. Ms. Gopal, the British left India in 1947. Why do you go crying before them? Who are they?
Thanks, Arnab, for inviting me on your show and actually giving Greenpeace a chance to speak, because I think the real point here is your right to have an opinion that's different from the government. It is a fundamental right. It is a right of freedom of speech and a right of freedom of expression.
Is this a free speech issue, really?
This is the right that the government violated when they stopped Priya from going to UK.
Is this a free speech
issue?
Now,
what was Priya actually going to UK to speak about?
Just a minute, 1 second.
Let me answer your question. Let me answer your question.
Let me place one point before you. I'll give you full opportunity, and after you speak, I'll leave it to an open debate. I'm giving you the first couple of questions an opportunity to answer so that Greenpeace's point of view is understood. Now, I would like to please tell you that this is, in my view, not a free speech issue, and it is not an issue of India stifling dissent, because India places no restrictions, for instance, on those deposing before UN forums, where the government of India is also granted the right to reply. Something that is absent in the kind of interaction that Priya Pillai was supposed to have with British parliamentarians. Right? So this is, first of all, it's not, let's first start on the premise, this is not a free speech issue. Right?
Exactly. That was exactly the question I was coming to.
It's not a free speech issue.
So Priya Pillai was going to UK to talk to a group of British parliamentarians who, if you look at the British Parliament website, actually have no power to make any decisions.
No, 1 second. Again,
and therefore the MHA affidavit
again
on that. Let me finish.
Again on that. No, 1 second. Your point number 2. I give you a counter argument to that.
To speak about SR.
No, 1 sec.
I think you should give me a chance to finish,
I want to counter you on the first point and then we open it up. Just want to counter you on the first point. You see, many people have bought this argument that this is just some innocuous, debating society kind of stuff. You fly down to London, you speak out, it's like going to Hyde Park and shouting your lungs out and coming back. It's not that. You have to understand the implications of what you're saying. These people, being members of parliament, are in a position to bear upon people in decision-making positions over policy matters. These parliamentary groups may not have official status, but their purpose, if you just find out, is the formulation of policy. So they will influence the British government over their own FDI policy in India. You know these links. I can't believe you don't know this.
But we were not...
No, as per
but if you would let me finish. If you would only let me finish, because I was going to the heart of the question you were asking, which is that Priya Pillai was going to London to talk about the violations of a London registered company that's headquartered in Mauritius, which is SR Energy. She was not going to talk about what the Indian government is or is not doing. She was in fact talking about what the Indian government wants to do, which is to implement
on that also you are wrong. On that also you are...
And I really don't understand what the government of India has against raising issues of a British company registered in London, headquartered in Mauritius,
1 minute.
Indian citizen.
You see what has been made here is, in the name of free speech, you can't allow tomorrow anti-nationals like Syed Ali Shah Gilani or Yasin Malik, Kashmiri secessionists who sing Pakistan's tune.
Anti-British company.
1 second, please. You see, a point being made, Satinath, please let me... You're jumping into Greenpeace's defense.
This is nonsense.
No, Satinath, before you say it's nonsense, let us recall.
Not defense, it's just, you're talking nonsense.
Satinath, I may give you a position that is different from yours.
Comparing Greenpeace with
okay, now three hands go up here, okay? Should we open this up to debate? Okay, I think I'll open this up to debate. Okay, fine. Who goes first? One sec. We take the contrary. Kavita, I'll come to you. Kavita, I'll come to you. Let's get the contrary point of view.
I'd like to present an example to you and ask you whether you find, what kind of anti-nationalism you find that.
My point is...
I would like to make a
Exactly.
Just to frame this debate properly.
I'm sorry, but you're talking nonsense like Sambit Patra.
No, give me 2 minutes to give you an example.
No, one sec. First of all, Kavita. First of all, Kavita.
I would like to...
One sec. I first want to tell you...
We are bound to listen to you.
No, just 1 minute, gentlemen. 1 minute, gentlemen. You see, the point is, you keep talking about free speech. I give you a point of view.
I'm not
I give you a point of view that disagrees with you. I am not part... No, one sec. Kavita, you know this. I am not part of some NGO lobby. I have always consistently spoken on facts.
Allow me to do so.
Kavita, I will allow you, but I need to... No, one sec. Kavita, you see, I was asking Greenpeace some questions. Both of you jumped into their defense. I would be absolutely sure... one sec. Kavita, 1 second, please. I'm asking...
No, because you're not allowing me to speak.
Satinath, Sarangi and Kavita Krishnan. Now, do you believe that Vinuta Gopal of Greenpeace is not equipped to answer my questions on her own? And if she is, let her answer.
Because you are not allowing her to answer.
No, you are not allowing. No, one second. The moment I asked two questions.
Liberty, and that is why everybody is extremely concerned.
Now you see.
This is not just about Greenpeace. This is about civil liberties in India.
Okay. But you just said it was not.
And that's the reason people are concerned.
But you just said it was not. You want to go to the British parliamentary. I said the British left India in 1947. Why do you go crying before them? You have no faith in Indian institutions? Okay, we are opening up for debate.
Of course we have, and which is why we have launched cases in the Delhi High Court, in Madhya Pradesh, in Bombay. We have lodged complaints with the Tribal Affairs Ministry, with the Environment Ministry. We have spoken to members of Parliament across party lines.
Now,
and we are going to the British Parliament.
No, one second. We are opening this up. I'm now opening this up for debate with the other point of view. I'll come to you. No, 1 second. We have many different... Kavita Krishnan. No, Kavita, I will allow you. But let there be one point of view from both sides. Right? I can't allow only one point of view. I haven't asked the other point of view yet. I'll come to you. So who opens first from the other side? I'll let Sambit Patra open. Sambit Patra.
See, Arnab, this is an open and shut case. We don't have to debate also, I believe. This is not a case of free speech. This is a case of national security. And let me tell you one thing absolutely outrightly over here in the very beginning of the debate. I have more faith on the intelligence bureau of this country than on what the spokesperson of Greenpeace says. With all due respect to Greenpeace, I say that I hold the intelligence bureau of India in higher regard than any NGO in this country. Secondly, and most importantly, the intelligence bureau
I hope you also hold the Constitution of India in high regard, Mr. Sambit Patra.
Exactly.
Madam, I was not interrupting. If you please allow me to complete. I also have I have right to speech over here on Times Now debate. Please allow me. Now, the Intelligence Bureau report, as per the newspaper reports, because I am not privy to the report, it says that it had specific inputs that Miss Pillai was going to London, was going to UK to depose before the APPG, that is the all-party parliamentary group there. And there's ample proof.
She was going to have an
in the yesteryears also that these depositions, just a second, that these depositions, these testimonies are in fact used to carve out, to make out the foreign policies of this country. And we have seen as to how they have been extended to become a document, and they have cascading effect. They have cascading effect because they become a kind of circulatory document all across, and they impinge upon your national interest in the sense that the FDI that has to come to the country, in the sense that the investment that the country is expecting from the from international from other countries to your country are impinged upon. And that's the reason as to why this is a case of
Vinuta Gopal, my question to you is one second please. Vinuta Gopal, who is Benjamin Hargreaves? Greenpeace brought in a man called Benjamin Hargreaves.
One amongst...
And my information is, my information is that he's a trade union activist.
Many people who have visited Greenpeace in India.
Who is Benjamin Hargreaves?
He is not a trade union activist.
What is the debate on? What is the debate on?
One second.
He has volunteered in Greenpeace.
One second. As per my sources, there were 2 cyber experts which had been pulled in as part of the team that you brought into India. Can you tell me why? Can you, 1 second please, Satinath Sarangi, let me complete my question. Why was a protest creation expert, 2 cyber experts, and a trade union expert and 1 finance expert brought into India by Greenpeace? Please explain to me.
I wish I knew.
What do you mean, I wish I knew? But you're from Greenpeace.
Many people coming from
No, but why would you call in cyber experts to
come
this
in and
country?
work with Greenpeace in India?
No, I don't understand. Why would you call in cyber experts?
With them. We also call in experts from India.
I'm really sorry.
We also call in experts from India and speak to them.
We have experts on environmental issues. Why would you call in? Why would you call? No, Miss. Why would you call in a funding expert from overseas? Why specifically a funding expert? What kind of funding are you seeking to fuel protests in India? Please tell me.
Well, Arnab, I actually wish you do an entire show about how Greenpeace raises
I'm asking you questions. I'm asking you questions which are relevant.
We are one of the organizations that actually raise funds from citizens of India. We have 74% of our funding last year that came from Indian citizens. So please do an entire debate show about our funding. I'd be very happy to share information with you.
As per the MHA report, 95% of the activities of Greenpeace India.
Correctly, there is another point that needs to be made. Arnab, kindly allow me to make it.
Ms.
You said
Krishnan,
that you would do so after Sambit spoke. Please allow me to do so.
All right. Kavita, Krishnan, after that, RSN.
I want to put before you that someone called Arvind Subramaniam deposed before the United States Congress in March 2013, telling them, egging them to initiate WTO disputes against India if India failed to amend its patent laws in order to allow American big pharma to raise pharmaceuticals prices of essential drugs in India, such as cancer drugs. He did so again in writing in March 2014. He again deposed in writing to the Americans on the same line.
What is your
now,
point?
I'm telling you that this person has been appointed by the government as the economic advisor to Narendra Modi, to the Prime Minister's office.
This for the country?
How is it that someone who deposes in favor of big American pharmaceuticals against Indian poor people is made the economic advisor, but an activist who goes to the United Kingdom to speak for the Adivasis of India against the violations of Indian forest rights laws that Indian Parliament has passed is branded as anti-national by the government, by the IB.
So Kavita, Kavita, one second, just a minute. 1 second, you raise a point. My question is, Miss Krishnan, before Sambit Patra comes in, you don't answer my question. What is the faith that you have in Indian institutions?
No, I'm saying
in Indian institutions, in the Indian law, in the Indian judiciary, you have little faith.
What faith do they have?
Do you have faith? Do you have faith?
You are dodging the question.
Do you have faith?
The question that Kavita
asked. Miss Krishnan,
don't dodge.
Miss Krishnan,
answer the question that Kavita asked.
Satinath Sarangi. Now, can you please?
I'll answer the question, Satinath Sarangi.
Now,
I will answer.
Now, Kavita.
You said no that there should be.
Kavita, I find a great deal of Kavita. Just a couple of quick observations, if I may. 1 second, gentlemen, calm down, everyone. First of all, Kavita, calm down. Kavita, calm down.
No, just tell me.
Kavita, calm down. Kavita, calm down. Calm down, Kavita.
Can depose before American Congress against
Kavita, calm down.
people.
Kavita, calm down.
Big pharma, but Priya Pillai cannot speak for
Kavita, calm down. Kavita, calm down.
Explain.
Kavita, calm down. My point is, I am a proud Indian citizen. 1 second. I am a proud Indian citizen. I believe in the institutions of my country. Now, Kavita, please. My point is this. I am not among those Indians who believe for whatever reason, to be craven and obsequious before foreign institutions, even if the funding is coming through Britain. You have to have some dignity and self-respect. You have no faith in Indian institutions, but you have, like some post-colonial, in a servile post-colonial manner, you go begging before some British parliamentarians.
Tell me why we would challenge
this
in the Delhi High Court.
In fact, what is colonial is for the economic advisors.
And like a medieval chieftain,
WTO
you get
sanctions against
hauled
India.
up and stopped from going.
Also, let's not forget that Delhi High Court told the Ministry of Home Affairs that they were acting arbitrarily and illegally against Greenpeace not very long ago.
Ma'am, please now hear the other side. Now, I'd like to...
Delhi High Court.
Now, you know what I'll tell you is Vinuta Gopal.
Please ask Mr. Sambit Patra to answer about what the Delhi High Court has said about the Ministry of Home Affairs.
Vinuta Gopal.
To malign Greenpeace.
I want to know. 1 second, please. Gentlemen, please stop for a minute. Satinath, I will come to you. Satinath, I will come to you, but now just don't go on and on, please. Let's get the other side also. Firstly, I don't understand why two cyber experts, one finance expert. You tell me, Satinath, just a minute, please. Why on earth would two cyber experts, one protest creation expert, one trade union expert, one funding expert, be brought into India by Greenpeace? You're supposed to be an environmental group. Why on earth are you getting these people into our country to do what? When I ask you the question, you get all edgy about it, and then you go crying before the British parliamentarians.
Allowing lobbyists to come into India and pack
No, Kavita, that's no answer. Kavita, that's no answer. RSN Singh joining the debate. RSN Singh is taking on Vinuta Gopal. Only two people on the screen, please. RSN Singh, please. Only two on the screen, please.
Madam, allow me to speak. Tell me, is the Greenpeace a non-governmental organization? Is it also a non-profitable organization? Do you indulge in currency speculation? This year...
Sir, I've noticed that you bring this up in every debate.
You must let him speak. 1 second, Vinuta Gopal, let him speak.
I have a special interest in that
Vinuta Gopal, let him speak.
Listen to me. Madam, you are a lady, have some manners. I did not interfere when you spoke. I'm saying, did Greenpeace lose euro 3.8 million because of currency speculation? It is there in your records. Please check your records. So don't say that you are your only environmental bleeding heart. You have a global budget of 300 million. You make a profit of euro 72 million, and you have lost this year euro 3.8 million in currency speculation. And madam, those guys in USA and UK or Norway this is on record, I'm saying. And madam, those guys in USA and UK and Norway who give you this money to come and shout here, why don't you do something for them also? Why don't you tell the Americans that why they 1 out of every 3 women is raped?
Because the funding comes from America. Because the funding comes from America, and one second, please. Because the money comes from America. Because the money comes from America. And the fact is, if you want 1 second, please, gentlemen, 1 second, 1 minute, please. Kavita, Krishnan, calm down. I'll come to you. Now, is it true, Vinuta Gopal? My question to you is this. 1 second, Vinuta Gopal, 1 second. Miss Gopal, 1 minute. Mr. RSN Singh. First of all, as far as funding and all is concerned.
Have manners and stop calling us multinationals.
1 second. Kavita Krishnan, don't get all offensive, please. Kavita Krishnan, don't get hyper.
I repeat.
Kavita Krishnan, don't get hyper, please. Kavita Krishnan.
Did he do that?
To destabilize this country.
You take it back. Look at you. What kind of manners do you have?
I'm telling you, are a bunch of
anti-nationals
trying to destabilize this country.
You are the representatives of governments that have taken funding from British company, Vedanta mining company.
Why don't you
BJP
go
has
and tell
taken,
your
Congress has taken. This government is appointing ex-IMF people as its economic advisors, and you talk about being obsequious because
at least know the facts.
To talk to a British company.
Kavita Krishnan,
our Adivasi laws, our forest rights laws cause.
Really,
Shame on you.
really. And Kavita, one minute. We ask a question tonight, and I open the phone lines now. I open the phone lines now. My question tonight is, one second, Miss Kavita Krishnan, have some self-respect for God's sake. Have some self-respect for God's sake, Kavita Krishnan. My question is, you are in deep trouble on this one, Miss Krishnan.
By this gentleman who's
Miss Krishnan, you see the problem. One second. Now I request everyone to be quiet for a minute.
You're calling
you are a bunch of anti-nationals.
RSN Singh.
Absolutely.
Killer company, American company, Dow.
Really?
He gets to have to explain why he is anti-national or national.
Really? And Kavita Krishnan, tell me, is America...
Because your heart bleeds for Britain and US, from where you get your dollars.
I don't get a single penny or a single dollar from anywhere.
One second, my information is...
Oh, come on. I know you very well.
But the kind of behavior you are saying, how dare you call activists...
Miss Krishnan, don't be self-righteous, please.
Yeah, I dare call you an anti-national.
To you, Arnab. Does that prerogative belong to you?
I go on unaffected by this to the next question. And my fact tonight is this. 1 second. I will come to you, John Dayal. I will come to you, GD Bakshi. My question is, if I were to go by the MHA report, and once I want to see Greenpeace answer my questions without assistance from other panelists. My next question to Greenpeace is...
I do hope you give me a chance to answer.
You had a chance, and I request you. You see, factually... Ms. Vinuta Gopal, factually you are in such weak ground today that if I actually take all the questions and ask you, I'd like to hear your answer. Now, as per the MHA report, 95% of the activities of Greenpeace India, including the Mahan agitation, is funded by Greenpeace International. My question to you is, if a predominantly foreign-funded protest on Indian territory and a matter that you are seeking to escalate by speaking to some British parliamentarians, for Christ's sake, about, then behind your argument of free speech, there is a serious question about motive that could include isolating India on an international forum. And you should remember, because before you lecture us that you speak about, the United Kingdom. The United Kingdom is the biggest coal polluter in the European Union. Walk into the British Parliament and sermonize the British on what they need to do to protect their environment. Walk into the US Congress and tell the Americans what they need to do. They're the world's largest emitters of carbon. In 2014, America accounts for 14.67% of global CO2 emissions. You're quiet on them because the point is simply this, Ms. Gopal, and understand this. Understand the point, Ms. Gopal. Understand the point, Ms. Gopal. Understand the point, Ms. Gopal. Understand the point. The point is your situation is like this. The point is, Ms. Gopal, listen to the question. This is a crazy situation. This is a crazy situation when you go into the house of the murderer, Ms. Gopal. Let me put it on the screen. You go to the house of the murderer and say, Mr. Murderer, I want justice.
Please tell me, is SR
you go into the house of the murderer. You please tell me
or not?
You tell me, as per my sources, the experts. You answer my question. You answer my question on funding. Answer my question on funding. Answer my question on funding.
But you're asking me why we spoke to British parliamentarians.
I am asking you, answer my question on funding.
We spoke to
answer my question on funding. Answer my question on funding.
Ma'am,
answer my question on funding.
This is in fact to ensure that Indian laws are actually implemented in the country.
Answer my question on funding. Answer my question on funding. Answer my question on funding. Ms. Gopal, you don't have an answer. Now, Ms. Gopal, you haven't answered my question on funding.
I have just answered your question.
No, you haven't.
I can't believe this.
No, you have not answered my question on funding. Now, my question to you is...
74% of Greenpeace India's funding in 2014 came from Indians. The Delhi High Court, not very long ago, told the Ministry of Home Affairs that their clamping down on Greenpeace International funds is both arbitrary and illegal, and actually reversed that decision. This happened not very long ago.
Now tell me.
And we are going back to the same court to ask them
I want to ask you, Ms. Gopal. One second, Ms. Gopal. Ms. Gopal, this is not. Ms. Gopal, I'm asking you a question. Answer my question. question because you're deflecting my questions. But I request you, now you're looking at a piece of paper and answering, Ms. Gopal. Answer my question on this program. I don't allow speeches to be made. You can answer my questions without looking at that piece of paper that you're looking at. Now, my question to you is very simple. Why would, one second, here's a question to you. Why would an organization that is carrying out protests in India using foreign activists, using some portion of foreign money, going and begging before British parliamentarians, should be allowed to do so? Which country would allow it? Would Britain allow it? Would Britain allow it?
I'm sure
how can you say I'm sure? Don't do guesswork on the program. Now, one second. My follow-up question, Ms. Gopal. My follow-up question, Ms. Gopal, is among the people that you tried to bring to India, among the people you tried, one second, RSN Singh, among the people you tried to bring to India was a man called Benjamin Hargreaves, who was sent back by Indian immigration authorities in September 2014. As per my sources, this man is some kind of an accomplished trade union expert and part of your plan to expand your protests in India and corner India internationally. I want to ask you why you seek direct foreign support to further your activities here. And I repeat to you the question you did not answer. Why do you bring into India as environmental activists two cyber experts, one finance and funding expert and one trade union expert? Why do you not answer my question?
I've been answering your question.
No, you don't. You haven't been.
Me. I have been saying that we have not just brought these experts, we've got many other experts.
No, I'm asking about these experts, ma'am. I'm asking about these experts.
Right to bring these
I am asking about these experts.
Well, why should every corporate in India has actually...
No, I'm asking why are you as environmental experts getting in cyber experts and finance experts and so-called trade union experts into our country? What are you doing? What are you up to?
I'm answering your question, Arnab. I'm answering your question. We bring experts into India and we go as experts outside India.
No, why do you get cyber experts into India? It just doesn't make sense. What does a cyber expert do as part of Greenpeace?
Because every corporation in India actually safeguards its information.
So you break? No, 1 second. I don't understand this. This is a revelation. This is a major revelation. Miss, 1 second. I think this is a major revelation. It's a very serious admission. I'd like to get GD Bakshi back into the debate. This is a major revelation. Every organization in India safeguards its information. So what do? You hack into information? GD Bakshi, what is going on here? In the name of NGO activism.
Arnab, you know, Arnab, can I kindly have my can I request the other panelists to kindly at least let me speak once. Madam, can you kindly pay attention?
Arnab,
there have been, if you have been following the intelligence progression that is going on, a number of colored revolutions generated by activists, generated by the mobile networks, generated through the internet. It has happened. The Arab Spring has been generated by precisely these kind of things. A number of colored revolutions have been generated through NGOs acting on behalf of intelligence agencies. We are not children or imbeciles. We have been noticing this, and the whole world is aware of these kind of activities now. I'd like to state two things. Please listen to me. It is extremely distressing for us to see young Indians going to the Privy Council like they used to before independence. We are an independent country now, and I would have you know it.
Going to the World Bank with the begging bowl is
You should be ashamed.
Crawl.
You should be ashamed to see a British company like SR.
Has any NGO, Arnab, has any NGO in India protested about what happened to Patel? Has any NGO protested about what happened to Patel?
Yes, actually we have.
You are just carrying the white man.
And your government
you're calling the Arab Spring an undemocratic coup.
You should be ashamed.
The white man's
overthrowing a dictator.
And
here on this channel, you are shaming India in front of the entire world by saying that the Arab Spring is something that Egypt should be ashamed about.
I now want to
have the patience to listen to the other
is a bad
argument.
Thing now.
At least listen. Look, I am trying to tell you that the NGOs in this country have a specific agenda. We have not been able to mine 1 gram of uranium. we are not allowed to mine coal, yet we are supposed to buy it from Australia and elsewhere. Why doesn't the Greenpeace protest about mining of uranium and coal in Australia, which sells it to us at exorbitant prices? Why are you trying to stop the mining of uranium from Geelong?
If you just looked at Greenpeace Australia's website, you'll find that we actually do.
I think we need to be very, very factual about what we are talking here. And I think the representative of Greenpeace has not answered my question why cyber experts, finance experts and protest experts are smuggled into India. I don't understand what that has to do with environmentalism. And
they are not smuggled into India. They get a valid visa.
Have you answered the question about
Satinath Sarangi?
We get environmental experts, we get communication experts.
Satinath Sarangi, now let me come to you, Mr. Sarangi.
No,
Arnab, 1 second, Mr. Sarangi. No speeches, Mr. Sarangi. A question. An answer is all I seek. Okay?
No speeches.
Let me ask you. No, 1 second. So if there are no speeches, you can't get into speech mode. You answer my question.
Let me ask you one simple
I'm asking you one question. I'm asking you one question.
You answer my question.
I'm asking you, are not the anchor of the program. Answer the question. Are you not?
You answer first.
I'm
asking you first.
I'm asking you a question. Mr. Satinath Sarangi, my question to you is this.
Arvind Subramaniam's action. How do you justify Arvind Subramaniam's
I don't justify it. Who says
you
I justify
answer that, Arnab.
I don't justify it.
Why not? Don't.
There's a point.
What did Arvind Subramaniam do?
Now, Mr. Satinath Sarangi, stop getting
Answer that. What did Arvind Subramaniam do?
Mr. Satinath Sarangi.
Was it in the interest of the country?
Mr. Satinath Sarangi.
What Arvind Subramaniam did, was it in the interest of the country?
Going on and on like a broken record.
Was it going to help the country?
No, now you're really going on like a broken record, Mr.
Who was Arvind Subramaniam?
Now, Mr. Sarangi, you're going on like a broken record. You don't want to answer my question. Yeah, it's a question.
That's how you
now, Mr. One second. I want to ask these NGO people. I want to ask these NGO. 1 second, Satinath Sarangi, don't get nervous. Don't get nervous, Mr. Sarangi.
That's all we ask.
Don't get nervous, Mr. Sarangi. Now, Kavita Krishnan.
Subramaniam doing?
No.
Mr. Sarangi, relax. Mr. Sarangi, relax. Take a deep breath, Mr. Sarangi.
And let Sambit Patra.
Take a deep breath, Mr. Sarangi.
You want to know this, Mr. Arnab Goswami? Doesn't your channel
Miss Kavita Krishnan.
What is the reason? Your sister media outfit, Times of India, reported on October 25th, 2014. I'm asking you, Arnab, what do you have to say about it? That the person who is economic advisor to our country today is someone who was urging the US till 2 months before his appointment to take action against India in the WTO.
Answer that question.
You answer us. You answer us. We want an answer. Why you don't want the nation to know this?
Now, Mr. Once, you know the problem, Satinath Sarangi. Okay, let me give you a live example. 1 second, I put both of you on the screen. Kavita Krishnan and Satinath Sarangi. Can you put them on the screen?
Do not have to.
Let's just put Kavita Krishnan and Satinath Sarangi on the screen. Kavita Krishnan and Satinath Sarangi, I want to give you a live display that when you both speak over each other, you end up neutralizing each other's voice. That's all that you've done for the last 4 minutes.
You speak over everyone all the time, so much so that even
you and Sambit Patra do the same thing with each other.
There's no need to get personal with me, Satinath.
Exactly.
You know when you make those kind of comments for me, it's like water off a duck's back, man. You know that.
We all know that, Arnab.
Thank you.
I'm just asking you, Arnab.
Yeah, but answer the question.
Thank you, Kavita. My question tonight is this, and my question is to Satinath Sarangi. Please, Satinath Sarangi, take my question now. My question is that as per the MHA affidavit, they say it's the result of such representations that adverse observations have been made against India by the European Union with regard to Dalit rights. Now, my question is, why should we be inviting, as proud Indians, a sanctions regime against our own country? And the fact is this, Kavita, relax. Don't 1 second. For a country.
I don't get it.
For a country, you need to get it. You need to listen, Kavita. You know, for a country that has a Supreme Court, we have a country, I'm proud of my country's Supreme Court. Now, Kavita, the problem with you is anyone disagrees with you, speak over the other person. So just relax, Kavita. Relax, Kavita. You know, please listen. I'm not among those journalists who get impressed with just the NGO talk. Now, my question is very simple. for a country that has a supreme... I am proud of my country's Supreme Court. I am proud of my country's Supreme Court.
Your channel
I am proud of my country's Supreme Court. I have a Supreme Court that has cancelled fraudulently. Now I have a Supreme Court. Miss Kavita Krishnan, please. Now Miss Kavita Krishnan, take the question that is given to you.
Just now.
Miss Kavita Krishnan, take the question given to you. And I know the problem with all the NGO types. The moment you ask them a question, the moment you don't take the NGOs at face value, they just keep talking.
Well, you haven't still answered my question.
So here's the question.
Please remember that.
Mr. Sarangi, the problem with you and Kavita Krishnan is you are displaying such a level of intolerance on the program tonight towards any opinion different from your own. I worry for both of you.
Not at all. Not at all. You answer a simple question.
I worry for the intolerance that is creeping in your mind.
That Indian poor people should be deprived of...
Miss Kavita Krishnan, and one second, Miss Krishnan, my question to you is, who on earth are the British? Who on earth are the British? What did the British ever do? Miss Kavita Krishnan, you tell me, from historical precedent, what did the British ever do? What did the British ever do? What did the British ever do for the poor people of India that you go crying to them now? What did the British ever do for the poor people of India that you go crying to them now? And you have no faith in our institutions. You go crying before their parliament. You think the British are going to give you justice? Miss Kavita Krishnan, have some self-respect. You are an Indian, for God's sake. Have some self-respect, Kavita Krishnan.
You should have
some self-respect.
You are speaking for the British.
I don't understand why the
killing
British...
Adivasis, taking away
I
their
don't understand this. In today's day and age, we have a group of Indians who believe the British will deliver justice. I open this up for debate. Anyone else wants to come in? I open this up for debate. One second. I just cannot understand. Sambit Patra.
The British...
First of all,
Sambit Patra, please, on this subject. Sambit Patra.
Yes, Arnab, I want to make a very important point. Arnab, it is appalling to know that we have friends in this panel who believe that Britishers can salvage the poor of this country, and they do not feel that the Supreme Court of this country, that the democratic structure of this country can do anything for the poor of this country. I'm appalled. I'm really appalled. Ms. Kavita Krishnan,
Patra, we believe that
I'm appalled.
BJP government needs to salvage the poor of this country. We believe that the government of India needs to ensure that the Foreign Rights Act is implemented.
Can I say that? What I find appalling
that women, the tribals get their rights. To say that the government does nothing and the Britishers are the saviors is something you do not expect from you.
Has your party taken funding from Vedanta or not? Did or did not the Delhi High Court say that a British company, Vedanta, had illegally funded your party, the Bharatiya Janata Party, and the
Don't come into this.
Violation of
Funding of our party is our party business. But tell me, do you have to rush to the British Parliament crying about India, from whom we take our fundings is a matter which is open to the Election Commission. Go and petition the Election Commission.
I'm opening up the lines now. I want
What you have been doing is an open question today. You have been selling this country. People like you have been selling this country. People like you have been in fact selling this country, and that is what my question is. Why do you sell this country? Under whose pretext you are selling this country? Ms. Kavita Krishnan, answer. Who makes you sell this country? Why have you no self-esteem as an Indian? Why have you more faith in the European Parliament? Why do you have to rush to the British Parliament if you want protection in India? Don't you have faith in the democratic institutions of this country? It's a matter of shame. Have some shame, Ms. Kavita Krishnan. Have some shame.
Are there any links?
Have some shame, Ms. Kavita Krishnan, that you have no faith in India. That you believe that if anyone can salvage this country, it is the Britishers.
My question is tonight, you take one second.
Ms. Kavita Krishnan, our funding is looked after by the Election Commission, by the income tax law of this land. Our funding is looked after by the Election Commission and the income tax law of this land.
Miss Kavita Krishnan,
Why do you
Miss Krishnan, one second, John Dayal, I see your hand out there. Kavita Krishnan says, Kavita Krishnan says tonight, Kavita Krishnan, relax. Kavita Krishnan says tonight, I am fighting for Adivasis. I want to teach Kavita Krishnan a little bit about Indian history. Kavita Krishnan, it will do you some good. Kavita Krishnan, I think you should understand a little bit of your own country's history. Kavita Krishnan, the Adivasis of India fought and listen completely to one sentence. Kavita Krishnan, listen to this sentence, please, and don't speak over me. Listen to this. Listen to this, Miss Kavita Krishnan. Listen to this, Miss Krishnan. I'll tell you one thing. You see, Kavita Krishnan says tonight. Relax, Miss Krishnan.
And it is you and
Kavita Krishnan
that is peddling, that is being.
You know, Kavita Krishnan, you don't know anything about Indian history. It is clear to me you have absolutely no knowledge of Indian history. If you did, then you would realize that the Adivasis of India fought British exploitation of their land and resources. The Adivasis of India fought British. Allow me to complete. The Adivasis fought the British, and the Adivasis were looted. The British Empire was built on looting Adivasis, Miss Kavita Krishnan. It is one of the greatest travesties of our time that today it is one of Miss Kavita Krishnan, 1 minute, please stop. Kavita Krishnan, don't go on and on like a broken record. Remember the Birsa Mundas, please.
I'm asking you.
Remember the Birsa Mundas. I am asking you, is it true or not? Is it true or not, Miss Kavita Krishnan? Do you not have the patience or the decency to listen?
Do you have the decency?
Do you have the decency to listen?
What is the difference between the British
Miss Kavita Krishnan, I am asking you from Indian history.
Colonial Raj and between Vedanta today.
I am telling you.
If you have any decency at all, tell me why the Adivasis.
I will, but he's on another subject. 1 second, please, Kavita Krishnan. Kavita Krishnan.
Why should a self-respecting
Miss Kavita Krishnan, you know the problem is when some
are looting their land. It is our government, the Company Raj government.
Okay, let's put her on air. Let her go on speak.
These foreign corporations to come in and loot the land of our Adivasis. You tell me, Arnab, you who know history so well, why the Adivasi inspired by Birsa Munda should not fight back against Vedanta and SR, should not fight back against any government, be it a Congress or BJP government that is taking funding from those very corporations
not on this
and then cracking down, killing the Adivasis who are producing. You tell me why any self-respecting Indian should not stand by that struggle.
That is the question.
1 second.
My question to Kavita Krishnan is
Sambit, 1 second.
You have the right to fight back. But why not through the Supreme Court of India? Why not through the judicial system of India? Why not to the Parliament of this country? Why in the Parliament of UK and European Union? This is the question.
What we have done.
Why in the UK Parliament?
Exactly what we have done.
Don't you have faith in the Indian Parliament?
Just one word, Sambit.
Don't you believe that the parties of India are
Gopal.
enough to stand with the tribals?
Can we have one person on the screen at a time?
Parliament for that.
Because you were there. We are here because
Kavita.
Not for the tribals that you are fighting, but for your petty selfishness that you are fighting.
That is the slogan I answered to you today.
Not for the tribals.
Kavita Krishnan, 1 minute. There has to be a limit, please. Miss Kavita Krishnan, I'm sorry, but there has to be a limit to bad behavior on television. Please stop. I'm requesting you have some decency on the program. I will not allow you to get away with this. I've allowed you to go on and on for a long enough time. Have some decency now. There are other panelists on the debate. Don't think that you have some moral right to speak over everyone.
I have the moral.
No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't allow someone else to do it. So don't do it over others. Enough, Miss Kavita Krishnan. Enough. I have listened to you enough. Don't go non-stop on the program.
You have no business.
You better keep quiet now, Miss Krishnan. There are others on the channel.
Please do. Please let John speak. You haven't let him speak
Miss Krishnan,
a word yet.
First of all, you calm down and keep quiet.
He's the
now,
one panelist who has
we have several callers calling in. We have one caller. Sanju is a... 1 second, please. 1 minute, Kavita. Relax, please, Kavita Krishnan. Okay?
You relax.
Take a deep breath.
You do. You need it.
Your bad behavior is evident to everyone tonight.
Can I kindly come in?
Sanju is calling in from Thiruvananthapuram, and my question continues to be, and John Dayal, actually let me get in John Dayal at this point. John Dayal, why do Indians go begging before foreign bodies? Why do they? You made a appearance before the US committee. 1 second, just a minute, let me complete. My information is that you made an appearance before the US Committee on Religious Freedom in 2014.
Yes.
Now, if the Indian Parliament Committee would call American activists to plead before it or describe the levels of racism in America, which I was just discussing on debate number 1, how would the Americans react?
I would say let the Americans squirm.
No, don't get away with that. That's not a good answer.
Country, it should be out in the open.
No. Why don't you go to... Mr. John Dayal, that's an ineffective reply. My question to you is, Mr. John Dayal, since you went, Mr. John Dayal, allow me, you went before the American Committee on Religious Freedom in 2014 and spoke about how there was lack of religious freedom in India, which again is huge overstatement. Why don't you today go to Seattle, United States and do a dharna outside the temple, right? Where there was a racist emblem put out there. Why don't you go to Alabama, to Madison, to go and fight for Suresh Patel?
Arnab, I will go there tomorrow if you give me a ticket. I would love to.
So you need the funding, that's all. Anyone who pays for a ticket for you, that's all they need to do. Anyone just pays a ticket,
I just need a ticket to go there because I have no money.
No,
I am not an FCRA.
What is this?
Every year.
Not to me. No. Give me the money.
Mr. John Dayal,
give me the money. Give me the money.
Year from the US.
Give me the money.
Towards payment of priests and printing of...
Give me the money.
No, anyone who
gives you the MHA figures I'm giving you.
Give me the money. Give me the money.
Crores.
Yeah. This is decent.
Please sign the money.
This is decent, or not?
1 second.
Give me the money.
I don't understand. Is it about belief or money? Or is it about selling your national interest? I don't get it, John Dayal. What is your argument?
Who is this man and where does he get my bank account number? I have not got the 15 lakhs which Mr. Modi has promised from black money.
No,
Please show me a cent
Mr. John Dayal, you went...
No, 1 second.
Mr. John Dayal.
It is not meant for you.
Mr. John Dayal, please tell me. 1 second. Relax, please. RSN Singh, please calm down. Mr. John Dayal, please tell me, what have you done about the growing incidence of racism and religious intolerance in the United States of America? Because you go crying to the Americans, right? My information is that you went crying to the Americans in 2014. Allow me to complete. Now, my information also is that under the Barack Obama government... 1 second, Mr. John Dayal. Mr. John Dayal, under the Barack Obama government, in the United States of America, the incidence of religious intolerance, racism and violence against Indians and people from different religious groups, including Hindus and Muslims, have been growing. I want to know what you've done about that. And when you went to America, did you tell the Americans to first clean their own backyard? Why didn't you?
Always.
Did you tell them? What did you told them to clean their own backyard? You told them to clean their own backyard?
Is one village.
No, 1 second.
Of course, always.
Don't lecture me.
Always. Always. And that is what I tell the government of India. Clean your own backyard. Don't sell out to foreign and Indian companies.
No, I don't understand. You didn't answer my question. When did you ever go and tell the Americans about the religious intolerance in their country before begging for their ear in Washington?
Always. I write about it every day.
Then why were you going there begging before the US Congress?
I don't beg.
No, then what were you doing? Why would any self-respecting Indian go and depose against his country? Did you depose against India? Did you depose against India, Mr. John Dayal, before the US Committee on Religious Freedom in 2014?
Never.
Did you make a deposition before a formal committee of a foreign parliament?
Never.
Did you go before the US Committee on Religious Freedom in 2014?
Yes.
Did you or did you not?
Yes.
Then admit it.
Yes.
Then admit it. Why were you saying no till now?
No, but I did not depose against India. I deposed against religious hatred by political groups, and I'll do it again.
There you are. And what about religious hatred and racial violence in America?
What did you say?
No, what about religious
I will do it at the United Nations.
What about
And I will do it in the Supreme Court of India, as I've done repeatedly.
Okay, so that's it. You will do it again.
Exactly.
Now, GD Bakshi wants to come back to the debate, so does Sambit Patra. We have people here today who say, and by the way, no, 1 second. You should first understand the way the other countries react. The same countries which roll the red carpet to you will cry sedition if a person with separatist views is allowed to depose before a foreign parliament.
Are you suggesting that we've never protested against America, Arnab? Surely that you've often attacked me for doing precisely that, actually.
Miss Krishnan, you are not even getting the point tonight. GD Bakshi is coming to the debate. Few more minutes on the debate.
Against racism in America, against
GD Bakshi, please. GD Bakshi, please. Yes, GD Bakshi.
In which John has attended all those protests.
GD Bakshi, please.
Arnab,
GD Bakshi,
Madam,
please.
can I kindly speak? Arnab, as a soldier, I am deeply, deeply pained that the British who caused the famine of Bengal, the great famine of Bengal that killed millions, the British who carried out the Jallianwala Bagh massacre, it is to that forum these people, these so-called Indians, have gone to plead. Just like before independence, Indians used to go to the Privy Council seeking colonial justice. There are some people who still think they're in a time warp.
Filthy.
They're in a time warp. And it is all a part of that racist agenda. The brown and the black people cannot govern themselves. And our brown representatives must go and plead before the British Parliament. They must go before the United States Congress. Let them first set their house in order and let these Indians have some iota of self-respect.
It is, in my view, and
for God's sake, have some self-respect as Indians.
It's quite clear here. There are different points of view. Now, my question, I'll take a break. I'll take a break because I have to, and I'll come back and open up to calls. First of all, no, 1 minute. 1 minute.
Do exactly what they did.
Arnab, I just want to say what
No, 1 second.
I want to add
my limited point is, today we expect, today there are Indian citizens who expect the British to deliver Adivasis in India. They must really get their history lessons right. This is the biggest joke I've heard in a long time. And yes, Sambit Patra wants to respond. Sambit Patra.
Religious freedom.
And by the way, John Dayal.
Let me congratulate you today.
First of all, John Dayal, 1 second. I have been just informed. 1 second, Sambit Patra. John Dayal, I have just been informed that you've used objectionable language vis-a-vis General Bakshi. Did you use objectionable language vis-a-vis General Bakshi right now?
I have not spoken.
Are you asking?
No.
Objectionable.
Where? What?
Did you use the word filthy?
What did I say? What did I say? No. Who is this man? Who is this man? What is he saying?
Okay. Because, don't get personal with the panelists. Sambit Patra wants to respond. Sambit Patra. Sambit Patra.
That's perfectly
Sambit Patra. Even if you're on the losing side of the debate, don't get personal. Yeah.
Let me congratulate
1 second, please. Sambit Patra is coming back to the debate.
That is like the British East India Company. Is that
Kavita, please, can you...
I think it's like saying we'll go to the East India Company. It's like saying we'll go to the East India Company to revive the Indian economy.
Congratulate Arnab Goswami. You have exposed them as never before. I have been debating with you since long, but I'll tell you, this debate of yours is one of the best debates that I have been, because today, many people who have been taking anti-India stand have been exposed over here. And to add to what you said on report on religious freedom, the report on religious freedom came on February 2014. And I'm sorry to state, Arnab, I'm sorry to state, let Kavita Krishnan hear what the report was. Let Father John Dan hear what the report was. The report placed India as the lowest category alongside alongside Pakistan as the country of particular concern, CPC or not. Let Kavita Krishnan see this. Kavita, listen to this. Kavita, because of your activities, the report on religious freedom that was placed by the US in February 2014 places India as the lowest category alongside Pakistan. Are we as bad as Pakistan? Are we as bad as Pakistan, Father John Dayal? Are we as bad as Pakistan, Kavita Krishnan? Answer me today. Answer India today. You have to answer India today. You have hurt India. Both of you have hurt India. Answer India.
Thanks to the Sangha Parivar.
1 second, our first caller is Subhash from Nashik.
Listen to India, Kavita.
Our first caller is Subhash from Nashik. Subhash, 1 second please, let's hear the callers now. Kavita, Subhash is calling in from Nashik.
You have made India.
Subhash is calling in from Nashik. Please, Kavita, I request you.
Calling of India's name in the world.
Please, Kavita, I request you. Subhash is calling in from Nashik, please. Yes, Subhash.
Good evening, Arnab.
Yes.
Arnab, I have a question for Ms. Gopal. Okay, the question is in two parts. Mr. Singh levied some serious charges about, Greenpeace being involved into this foreign funding racket, some things which she deflected that question. She didn't answer to that question if they have suffered those losses in that money transfer and all those things. She deflected that question. This is the one part of the question. And my second question to Ms. Gopal again is that she was about to reveal something about, getting those cyber hack people, like, she said that there are companies which hold a lot of data. Okay, so is Greenpeace involved? You did ask her this question, but she deflected that and she didn't answer. So I want to know her that is Greenpeace into hacking accounts, Indian accounts, corporate accounts?
Yeah, so there are two questions, both which went unanswered. The first question is Greenpeace involved in any forex dealing?
Greenpeace is a global organization. It has funds from many countries. It needs to manage those funds, and therefore we have to ensure that foreign currencies that are held with Greenpeace International are protected.
No, so
this is
so
the
you are
reason
involved
that
in
Greenpeace
forex
International has to. Greenpeace International has to protect the funds of its supporters, which come in from different countries. We work in 42 countries, and therefore Greenpeace International has to manage funds that come in from different countries, and
but you just said you need no funding.
Financially unwise.
No, I'm sorry, this doesn't. No, but you just said. But you said you're 100% Indian funded.
I just spoke about Greenpeace International.
You just said that.
I spoke about Greenpeace International. Greenpeace India is funded by Indians. 74% of our funds come from Indians. Of course, we do also get foreign funding, which recently the Delhi High Court told the MHA that they were acting arbitrarily and illegally to block those funds. So the Delhi High Court, which we very much respect, and we respect other courts in India, has actually told the MHA that they have acted illegally to block our funds.
Our next caller
hope that the institutions we respect are actually... The other question on cyber activism, I think I would like to answer it so that it isn't said that I'm deflecting. Greenpeace India has a database of more than 50,000 people who have given us funds. We need to protect that database, and therefore we need to ensure the security of that database. And therefore
in all of India, in all of India there are no IT. One second, in all of India there are no people in a country which is the knowledge superpower of the world. In all of India you couldn't find two people who could manage data.
All of whom are going to
we happen to have those experts in other parts of the country. We use that expertise. We are a global entity. We use
there cyber hacking experts
globally, and I'm sure any organization that has expertise within the organization would actually use it.
Are there cyber hacking experts?
To hire people from outside.
Do these people have cyber hacking skills? Do these people, Ms. Gopal, do these people have cyber hacking skills?
We use our supporters' money as well as we possibly can, and therefore we don't. We use expertise that exists within the organization, and we don't spend that money in hiring new talent when we already have that talent in the organization.
Okay, Haldane is calling in from Kochi. She's a teacher. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, Arnab, nice to be in your show.
Yeah.
Okay, my question is simple. Hello, my question is simple.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, the question is why government is not working on the behalf of the tribals, and why these people like the Greenpeace and etc. is coming in favor of these people. Actually, the problem is government is not working in favor of the Adivasis, and most of them, in particular in Kerala, in Attapadi and all, these people, the government is extremely worse in taking care of these Adivasis. That's the real problem, Arnab.
Yes,
just ask them, the government people, whatever the government people, ask them.
But Mr. Aldane, Mr. Aldane, very good point.
No, very Adivasis, you know, like Arnab, I must congratulate Miss Kavita, okay, Kavita for her work, for her social work, okay.
Okay, so your point is very well taken. Only thing I don't understand how we can expect a bunch of British MPs to help us. It just doesn't make sense. Unless we want to get lectured by the British.
The company in question is a British company, which I think you...
Ravi Kumar is calling from Chennai. Ravi Kumar is the next caller from Chennai. Let's take a quick round.
The company in question, which is violating Indian laws in Mahan, is a British registered company called SR.
You know, there is something called an Indian court.
So please let the government answer why they're protecting
Ravi Kumar is calling in from Chennai.
Is SR interest equal to Indian interest? Or are the interests of the tribal people something that the government of India should protect?
Ravi Kumar, please understand one thing. Pillai's testimony is not free speech. It was paid for and organized by a British NGO, and so it is motivated testimony to serve a foreign country's foreign policy interest. Just look at the whole thing logically. You see, don't look at it only from your organizational perspective, look at it from a national perspective for once, please. And I insist, if you think the British are going to deliver Indian Adivasis, you must live in another planet, really. We all know, you know, we can't become Macaulay's children overnight. Ravi Kumar from Chennai is calling. Ravi Kumar. Last caller is Ravi Kumar from Chennai.
Indian laws.
Hi, Arnab.
Okay, Ravi Kumar from Chennai has a question. Yeah.
Good evening, Arnab.
About British company.
Ms. Gopal, the question is to you, perhaps.
Company's interests with national interests.
Okay, heard you. Now, please hear this side.
The question is to Greenpeace. Why should they invite the cyber expert from the foreign soil?
Exactly. Why?
Sir, because we really respect the money that we get from more than 50,000 Indians, which we have to use efficiently. So when the organization actually has that skill within the organization, we don't want to waste money paying it for hiring a new person to do the job. When we have that skill set, why can't we use it? We have a database of Indian supporters who give us secure information like their credit card numbers, like their bank account details. We cannot allow that information to be hacked. And therefore, we have to ensure the highest security protocols. And we do it in the most efficient manner possible.
Well, you know, these are all written statements that you're reading out. We do it in the efficient manner possible, etc. The question is,
companies like Dow, companies like SR.
I think you don't.
It's not rocket science to understand.
You know, there are certain mood issues. There are certain mood issues. But for me, the most important issue is that you repose greater faith in British forums than Indian institutions. This is totally unacceptable. Totally unacceptable. And I find it thoroughly shocking. I find it thoroughly shocking that in the India of 2014 you can have Indians who believe that British MPs will care and Britain will deliver Indian Adivasis. I think Kavita Krishnan, go back and see. Remember one thing.
I hope the government of India is
Remember one thing, Kavita Krishnan. Miss Kavita Krishnan, I'm saying something to you. Listen, there are no free lunches. If anybody is paying anybody, sending their agents, sending their experts, they're expecting something in return. My question is, what is that which they're expecting in return? If you expect me to believe, that a bunch of British organizations and British lobbyists and British MPs will deliver justice for Indian Adivasis, I refuse to believe it. Your faith is greater than mine. I'll take this debate forward.
I agree with you. There are no free lunches.
I will take this debate forward.
Why it's protecting
but I'm short of time tonight, only for tonight, with a promise to come back on this debate. Thank you for joining me on debate number 2 on the Newshour tonight.